Okay, we are recording. Guess who's back? Back in the house. It's Jason DeRoss. Welcome to Regular Girls, everyone.
I didn't know if you wanted me to say so. It's me.
Yeah. I was so happy the last time. And, you know, there was a lot of people that reached out, Jay, and they were really happy that you were on the pod.
That's very nice because I just said it's me. Like people know who I am, but that was one podcast I did with you, and it was very fun.
My best pal of all time,
right
Jason
here.
DeRoss, is here. I got him some coffee. I got him some donuts.
Some Timbits.
Timbits for
Donut holes.
For U.S. listeners.
Donut
it's,
holes.
Donut holes.
I think that's what it is.
I like Timbits better.
Well, donut holes sounds terrible and disgusting, but
yeah,
these are good.
Donut holes.
Yeah.
Well, Jason's back. Renee is out of town, and I couldn't think of anyone else I'd rather have an hour conversation with.
And I'm here, and this will be our second hour.
Our second hour. How does it feel? I know the last time Jason was on, he really liked holding a mic. You really liked it.
I had to because you only have one mic stand.
No, I have two.
This is new knowledge to me. Oh, behind the couch. Okay, great.
Oh, I have a text message. I'm pretty popular. Yeah, I'm killing it. It's just my parents. They've never called ever, but of course during the podcast.
I don't think my parents have ever texted me. It just hit me. I think they just like FaceTime me.
Yeah, my parents really never call. If they do call, I'm pretty sure someone's dead. And they never really text me. So this must be my brother using my parents' cell phone. Because they literally don't care. So Jason, you were wondering what we were going to talk about.
Of course.
We're going to cover a bunch of topics.
Okay, great.
But what I wanted to talk about...
Am I loud enough? Because last time it was so red, and this time my line seems so small.
Well, I can turn it up a little bit.
No. I'm just asking the listeners, and I'm going to wait for a response.
Oh, yeah, let's just wait.
This is live, right?
Yeah, it's live. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's turn this up. We're working it on the fly.
I feel great. I shouldn't be complaining about my small lines.
Just be louder, I think. And then maybe get on it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Here we go. How's that? You
great.
feel better on that?
I'm great. This is great.
So I think we're going to cover a variety of topics. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions too.
Okay.
But how are you feeling coming into spring about your body? Jason and I are notorious body issuers.
Yeah.
That's why I got you some donuts, and you smiled so brightly when I was like, hey, you want to get some Timbits? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah. How big can the box come? How many can you get at once?
You can get 60 now.
Well, then we failed.
I know.
But not really. So I've never loved my body, but then I realized I've got to just be like, cool, man, this is it.
I know.
I saw someone the other day, and I think it was a stand-up that was just like, hey, man, just realize this is it. I never had a six-pack. You ain't going to have a six-pack, dude. It ain't coming.
See, that's my thing. I feel like, I was thinking about this as I'm now 32. And...
Me too.
Yeah, plus 10. And no, but I think I'm realizing, I think I'm doing a Benjamin Button where I think I'm starting to look better, or I'm either becoming delusional. Like, I think I'm coming into womanhood.
That's great.
I know, but I'm saying that I think I'm slowly figuring it out. But then soon, I'm going to lose my neck and stuff. Because older women, our necks melt.
I've never noticed that.
Are you kidding me?
My mom's got a great neck.
I think your mom does have a nice neck.
Got a great neck.
But that's why older women always wear scarves and turtlenecks to cover up their neck.
Oh. I
Yeah.
thought it was just a fashion thing. It was 100 other things that happen as you become older. You're just like, cool, now I'll start watching CNN 24 hours a day.
No,
or
I
something.
think one day you look in the mirror and you go, what happened to my neck? And then you go, pass me the scarf. And then that's it.
Oh, that makes so much sense for all those mall stores that have 100 scarves on sale. Because I'm always like, who buys these?
Diane, when she
there's
turns
there's
57.
no cowboys here, so there's no.
But I'm just wondering,
just Aerosmith decorating their freaking stage every time. That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of coming to terms that at Second City where I work, where you've worked, where we did shows together, there's been a lot of birthdays and everyone's in their 30s. It's just making me realize how we're all aging. Do you ever look at yourself and you're like, what happened?
Yeah, but then I go, oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
I start to piece it together slowly.
well, I was telling Renee when we recorded the last podcast that I went on like a 3-day bender, just so many parties, so many goodbye parties, and then I looked at myself like.
Before you continue, do you know that your 3-day bender means that you just took a break for a day and then it was 3 days ago you started again?
Literally, that someone said that to me. They're like, "Oh, you didn't have a drink on Sunday?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I took a break. I had to give my liver a break.
It's fine now. It cleans out in a day.
It cleans out. That's how it works, right?
I hope so. Sometimes I feel like because everyone's like, "Oh man, you look very young for your age," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm pickled, like from the inside out. I'm good, man."
I mean, it's so true. Like, and we're gonna get into this because we wanted to talk about our therapy. I figured we should do a therapy check-in, but
great.
I
guess that's the second topic. So we'll talk about body issues and then go into therapy. They
then
kind of go hand in hand for me.
They do, me too. But my face was so dry. And it was the first time I really saw myself at 32, and I was like, figure it out. Just so dehydrated. Like for 3 days, I forgot what water was.
Your skin's always shiny. I'm
Which is also not a good thing.
I'm on like 3 rosacea creams right now.
Because you won't listen to me. So
yeah, Stacey really likes the apple cider vinegar.
People on this pod will know I'm Dr. Quinn. I like ACV. You won't do the regime.
I have it at my house. I even bought the one with the mother in it.
Yeah, that's the one you have to get.
I got 2. So I was drinking straight stuff that didn't have the mother in it, then just realized I'm just drinking vinegar.
You need the mother. That's like the fermentation.
Yeah, I know, I get that, but you don't put it on your face.
Yeah, you do, man.
You're crazy.
You cut it with water. I'll give you something when you leave for your skin.
I feel like that I'm like my cousin who, when I told him, "Hey, man, you know how to cook a grilled cheese? You put the butter on the outside of the bread." He was like, "You're right," and I was like, "No, that's what you do."
How was he making grilled cheeses before?
He wasn't.
Oh, I guess
this was a long time
I guess
ago.
Your cousin's a full loser.
No, he's the best. I
Doubt
have
it.
very nice cousins, but it was very funny because they didn't know.
Yeah, make sure you cover your bases on cousin stuff because they're definitely listening to this pod.
Hey guys, you're the best.
Make a grilled cheese and don't be a friggin' murderer.
No, but
your
it's
face
funny
is
you're
red.
telling me I literally should put vinegar on my face.
Yeah, it cleared up my whole skin.
But you just said that you don't like your skin.
No, it was dry because I
put vinegar on it.
I pickled it. No, I pickled it with beer. Yeah, because I want to get into more cocktails. I think that'll be classy. Like, I'd like to be a woman who like goes to the bar and gets like whiskey on ice.
Yeah.
That's a woman I'd like to be, but I love just a nasty little beer, like a moose
but
head.
It depends on the context of where you're drinking, because Because if you're going for like a whole day and you're like,
Beer.
"Oh, cool, we're having an outside like patio day,"
Beer.
Guys, don't go be like, "Hey, let's start with a Tom Collins and then we'll get into a Manhattan and then a Cosmopolitan." All these things that were like drinks in the 80s.
I can't do it. If you're on a patio, you have to do beer or a white wine spritzer. But like, if I see like a thick mixed drink, I'm mad.
Or like, don't get a thick beer.
Oh yeah. Get like a crisp, like a crisp beer. We don't know anything about anything. I can't even deal with it. We're trying to give people advice. So our first sponsor of the podcast is Omax-3. You've heard us talk about them before. Omax-3 Ultra Pure is the purest omega-3 supplement on the market, containing nearly 94% high-quality omega-3s. So Omax-3 is the purest option. No fish burps, people. That's their claim. We love it. There are many omega-3s on the market, but this is the purest, most concentrated one, which is honestly optimal health made easy. So omega-3s, if you don't know, let me get you on my level. It's an amazing way to alleviate joint pain and muscle soreness and making you feel your best post-workout. They can also improve focus and memory, boost cardiovascular health, and more. It just makes sense to take a daily omega-3 supplement no matter what. And Omax-3 Ultra Pure is almost 94% pure omega-3 fatty acids. It's the purest concentrations. They even have this cool thing they do called the freezer test challenge. Basically, if you freeze any other omega-3 supplement, it'll get cloudy because that's all the filler. But at Omax-3, the soft gel remains clear. So it's
incredibly pure, super wonderful. Renee and I are huge fans. So Omax 3 comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you have plenty of time to try it and see how it really feels for you. So go to tryomax.com/regular today to get a box of Omax 3 Ultra Pure for free. So that's tryomax.com/regular to get your free box of Omax 3. So again, let me say it one more time. Tryomax.com/regular and try it out and let us know what you think. Thanks, Omax.
Yeah, I'm excited for the summer. It's coming here in Canada. You're moving to Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'll be summer every day for you.
Yeah, and which is crazy because I like today, for example, it's a nice spring day.
Beautiful. We went for a walk.
We did go for a walk. Stacey said, "Let's go around the corner and get these coffees and these Timbits." Around the corner turned out to be about 26 blocks.
Yeah, but then we found the right Tim Hortons right around the corner.
On the way back, we saw, we're like, oh, maybe Google Maps meant that one.
Oh my God, my family again. No, it's not. I'm really popular today. But it's nice today. You're going to miss this. A nice breeze.
Like seasons, because I know that people just say it, like Canadians that go abroad and they're like, oh, you're going to miss the seasons. It's not even hindsight for me. It's just like, yeah. It's beautiful days.
I miss seasons in LA. I forgot what day it was every day because every day is the same.
Because you're living Groundhog Day.
I know.
Do you want to talk about Groundhog Day? I've talked about this on another podcast, but I just realized
Bill Murray.
Did I tell you this?
No.
So it's that movie and it's another Bill Murray movie too. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's Scrooged. Both movies.
Love those movies, both.
How can you not? And this is how you cannot. Because Scrooged, I watched it this season when you're supposed to watch it at Christmas.
I thought you were going to just like, I watched it last week.
No, I watched it at Christmas because I've done a podcast
Brag.
With Norm and Andy, who are friends of ours, who did a thing where it's like, oh, you watch a movie that I can't believe you haven't seen this movie. And mine was Groundhog Day.
Oh, okay.
So I watched Groundhog Day, and then when they came in, they're like, you obviously love this movie. Like,
yeah,
it's the best.
Yeah, go on.
And I was like, I don't think I do.
Why?
Because if you watch the movie, and I was watching this through Minnie Driver's perspective.
Okay, it's Andy McDowell.
I'm almost trying to be like have this point of view where I'm like, trust me, I'm sticking up for like the female perspective, and I've named the wrong actress. I'm a terrible human being.
No, go on, come on. Let's just.
But if you watch it from the female perspective of the actor that
Andy McDowell.
Oh my God! I really thought in my memory it was Minnie Driver.
Well, they're so similar. I mean, she's like Andy McDowell was like the first iteration of Minnie Driver.
They're very different.
Yeah.
But if you watch it, it's like she meets this guy in the morning. He treats her like absolute poo.
Yeah.
They go away to another city. He goes, I'm not staying in this hotel. I'm going to stay down the street. And if you erase all that middle of the movie where it's him reliving the things over and over again, the next scene is her walking into a room full of people and he's playing the piano. And she goes, I like this guy. And she falls in love like right then. I'm like, she got treated like crap in the morning. He disappeared. And then we went on this journey with Bill Murray. But if you also watch Scrooge now, I was like, oh,
it's the same.
It is. The woman in that movie, he treats, look, I love Bill Murray. He's great.
We all love Bill Murray.
We all love Bill Murray. But if you watch that movie from that perspective of the lady in that, and I don't know that actress's name.
The one from Indiana Jones.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah.
I am a misogynist, a piece of garbage.
I don't know her name either. I just know it's Indiana Jones, the woman.
That's so true.
Yeah.
But in that movie, he treats her like crap, and then she's still like, oh my God. And then he says at the end of the movie, he's on TV, he's like, Claire, come on down. And she runs across the city to be with this guy who she broke up for some reason that was obviously terrible 15 years prior.
Yeah.
So these movies, I watched them and I was like, wow, why did everyone go crazy for these movies?
Because
I don't know how I got on that tangent, but
no, I think it's a smart tangent because I mean that's just women love a bad boy. You heard it here first.
Look, Bill Murray's obviously a genius and been in 100 billion things that are all amazing,
dick.
Including those movies. They're amazing movies.
But he's a likable dick. Like, remember when he was on SNL and no one liked him because he replaced Chevy Chase, and then his whole bit was like, "You guys hate me."
Yeah,
right? And we were like,
"Woo,
we love you."
There we go. There, I got it read. Finally,
got it read a little bit. But yeah, I think because we all like a bad boy. We all like the idea. Or maybe not we all, but there's something about like I could change him. But
Is that
not
what it is?
Not with me. He's not bad with me.
I just assumed he was like charming enough. Like he's just like charming as could be. Like What About Bob is still classic.
Oh, What About Bob? So great.
And even that, it's like it's about terrible mental health issues, but you're just like, doesn't matter. This movie's amazing. This guy's so funny.
I mean, everyone loves a bad boy. Look at Dirty Dancing. Like, he's such a bad boy.
When you say everybody, man, I don't love that movie.
I love that movie. Johnny Castle, Patrick Swayze, obviously R.I.P.
Patrick Swayze, man.
Loved him in that.
I live Patrick Swayze every day.
In Roadhouse?
No, Ghost.
Ghost. I don't like Ghost. I think we talked about this already.
Yeah, because he says like
I hate Ghost.
At the very start of the movie, he's like, everything's going so good. I'm just waiting for this bubble to burst, and I feel like I live that every day of my life. I'm like,
know.
oh, things are going good. That means it's going to get bad.
Oh, and I'm just like, how about I sabotage it a bit?
Totally self-sabotage it.
Well, that's a great transition into some therapy talk. Yeah, I'm always in therapy where she's like, well, don't you think you've got a good job and you're feeling great and you're standing on your own 2 feet? I'm like, yeah, but what if I get hit by a bus when I leave here?
That would be easy. That would
out. Be an easy
as long
out.
as you were like smoked and like.
Yeah. We're obviously not telling anyone listening to this to just
do not walk in front of a bus.
No, that's going to ruin everyone's day.
No, I'm
bus.
just saying like.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe in the afterlife, and then you're just gone and there's nothing to worry about. So.
No, you don't think?
I shouldn't say that out loud because obviously, like, life's great. It's a treat.
Life's great.
We live moment to moment, and there's so many fun moments.
I realized I have not. Here's something I've realized. I love how people will be listening to this pod and be like, "How old you got to be to listen to this thing?" I'm 13. No.
And we're talking about which best drink is on the patio.
Oh, no, but again, don't get sloppy on a patio before we get into therapy stuff. Don't be sloppy on the patio.
Don't be sloppy on the patio.
Summer's coming up. Don't be sloppy on the patio. But
except the first day. The first day is fun.
First day is the sloppiest day.
Because you just didn't think you were going out to drink that day.
Exactly.
You're just like, oh my God, it's kind of warm out. Do you want to go to the patio?
Yeah, I'd love to go to a patio.
Okay, just one.
Just one. I love that. I love just one. Let's do one.
It's so warm out here.
We got to do one.
One more.
And then it's one more. We'll do one more. Honestly, do you
guys have a special?
Yeah. Do you have anywhere to be? We'll do one more.
Oh, 2 jugs?
Yeah. My favorite is my favorite when you're on the patio. People are gonna be listening to this being like, just talk about therapy. My favorite is when you're on a patio and you do 3, which is like, that's natural. You're gonna do 3. When you say 1, that means 3, right?
I don't know. I think that we're living a life that maybe some people
don't.
Oh,
we're dirt comedians. Yeah. So
when
we're
you
doing
say 3, do you mean 3 drinks or 3 pitchers?
3 drinks.
Oh, okay. Yes. Everybody lives
let's just
that
say
life.
we're like, it's the afternoon and we're like, oh, I got something in at night, but I could do 1.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to do 2.
I'm going to do a show tonight, but
yeah,
no one will care.
Oh, I'll do 1, do 3. My favorite is when you go for the 4th where you're like, are we doing this?
The hilarious thing is like, that's 100% true you.
Me?
Oh, yeah. Are we doing this? We're doing this.
Are we doing this? Because I just want to know if we're going there.
Stacey, we already ordered it. The waitress has walked away.
So I'm like, so I guess we're doing this.
We're doing this.
Okay, well, I got to text some people. We're doing this.
I got to let my wife and my young son know that I'm not coming home.
Yeah. Tell them Daddy will see him in the morning. Because we're doing this.
Not too early. No, it'll be early, but that's fine.
That's fine. I love my kids. Nothing's wrong. No, I love that. I was trying to get a scene in at Second City about that. One more drink. Because it's such a
don't spoil it. It's gonna make it in.
Hopefully, no. It's just such a loaded question. I think one more drink. One more drink is like, it could be a romantic thing where you're like dating, if you're newly dating someone and you're out at a bar and it's going well, and then it's like one more drink.
Can just means I want to continue this conversation, but it could be probably taken as like, we gotta stay. I gotta stay. I keep my wits about me. This is the first date.
I don't understand that.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't date. I don't know these things.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's go back into what we've learned, because the last time you were on here, we were joking and talking about our therapists and how they just want us to cry.
Yeah.
And now you've come to this conclusion that your therapist just wants you to cry.
Yes. I don't think she's listening to this, so I think I'm okay with talking about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's therapist free. We make sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at me like you want me to say what's next.
No, I'll go
I don't
first.
know what that is.
No, I remember my therapist was like, I said to her, I was like, I think you just want me to cry. And she was like, no, I just want you to feel. And I was like, well, okay.
That's the whole thing.
I'm like, ugh, and then I felt like an idiot.
We might have the same therapist.
We might. What I love about my therapist is like I'll come in. I don't know if you do this, but I don't ever come in like knowing what I'm going to say. So I think I probably spend 30 minutes pretending I'm all right, and then we kind of hit a point in which I'm not all right.
Yeah.
And then I have ended a few sessions bawling my eyes out, and then she goes, "Well, that's time." And I'm like,
oh, that always feels the worst.
and then you have to get yourself together and leave immediately. And you're like, but I've literally just been crying and now I have to get on the bus.
Yeah, I've only had one like session where it's like I've been emotionally tapped in, which she knows because it was the last one. Because she's like, "Here we are, here we are." She's like, "All these sessions and you've done nothing." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's true," but like, because I think I talked about this last time about vulnerability in life, which I've done sketches about, and like I thought I was the most vulnerable person on earth because like,
well, we're vulnerable on stage. But
yeah,
not
I'll go
in
on
life.
stage, I'll get down to my box, just put whipped cream on my nipples, and tell people how bad life is.
Absolutely, and that's one of my favorite scenes.
But like vulnerability, I found out is a lot more than that, and I found out I'm the least vulnerable person on the planet, which I didn't know.
I think I am the same.
But then when you start to like, because last time I did that, but the part that I'm getting to is like, great. So then I was like, because she said something that set me off, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. And then she's like, oh, here we are. And then she's like, oh, he's gonna break down. And then she's
She
like,
wasn't saying that to you.
She was. You could see it in her eyes. Her eyes said it for sure.
Did she say "Here we are"?
No. But like,
okay, because you made it seem pretty clear that
oh,
she
but
said
she
"Here
did.
we
She
are."
did at the end of the session be like, "This is it, your first time like tapping into actual emotion
here
or
we
whatever." But time's up, and I was like, "Okay, great." And then you have to stand up,
I
not
know.
just collect your things. I have to pull money out of my pocket.
Oh, you
and,
pay her cash.
and I hand it to her.
That's why you got to do the email transfer.
Oh, because it just feels like so. At the end, you're just like, now I got to go out in the world, and I feel like I just
Paid
had
someone.
this emotional thing with you, and now I got to pay you money and walk out this.
That's the trick
door.
to therapy. You got to pay before. I pay before I even enter the room so that it's like an Uber.
It feels dirty. You know what? Like I've never been with a lady of the night, but I think it would feel less terrible giving a woman after
she
something
feels
like
like
that.
the lady
I'd be
of the
like,
night.
Hey man, here you go. Now it feels. I think this feels worse.
Well, thank you, Rhonda, for the cry. Now I've got to go home to my wife and my child. I also don't like crying because much like how I sleep, I think I also cry. Like I'm not like a delicate sleeper. I'm not like, oh, look at me sleeping. And everyone's like, look at this angel. It's like, like disgusting. And I feel like my cry is like, like I don't think, like I just snot and I get so
You're just
upset.
a gander yelling at the fucking. Give me some bread.
Yeah, I'm just like so gross, and she's just like staring at me, so empathetic, like a full monster. Yeah, but I feel like everyone should talk to a therapist. It's nice to have an unbiased view on things. Although I lie to my therapist quite often.
Yeah, you got to.
And then sometimes she knows. And then there have been weeks later where I'm like, well, I think if I'm really being honest with myself, blank. And she'll be like, I know, but I want to thank you for being honest with me. And I'm like,
We
you're
don't
welcome.
have the same therapist then.
My therapist is like so empathetic with me. It's really nice.
I don't know much about mine. She just kind of lets me talk, or maybe I just talk too much.
My therapist doesn't talk about. She's not like, oh, you want to hear about my husband? Like she doesn't say anything. They're not allowed to disclose anything.
Oh, I don't mean that. I mean like barely even gives me opinion on what I've said. She'll repeat things back to me that I've said, which I know is like that's something you're supposed to do as a therapist. Is like, great, I'll just repeat what you said, and then you'll find the next thought.
But that's the point. You're supposed to recognize your patterns, and then be able. You I think essentially you have to talk it out. And then you recognize your patterns and in front of someone who then goes,
but
here we go.
This isn't to crap on therapy because it's people in my life have told me I'm a much happier person in the last few months.
I have noticed a change.
But don't you feel like you could do that to a wall?
No, because
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try it and see if you guys notice a difference. I'm gonna just start talking to a wall and I'm gonna stop going to therapy and sit for an hour a week and talk to a wall and see what happens.
I hope you pay that wall's money.
See, I'll already feel better because I won't have to stand up afterwards and be like, "Oh, we're done. Time's up."
But
and
I would
give that money to the wall.
I would like just to see a pile of money in front of a wall that you pay and like you save so much cash and you're like, I'm buying a new car from all my wall therapy I'm doing.
Yeah, this therapy works out because at the end of the day, I get a car.
Our next sponsor of the podcast is our dear friends from Daily Harvest. You know them. We've talked about them before. We are big fans. They deliver perfectly portioned frozen superfood eats straight to your door with your choice of smoothies, soups, breakfast bowls, and plant-based sundaes. Those are yum and healthy. So if you've been wanting to try new things, eat healthier, and you don't have the time because you're a busy bee, this is the place to go. Convenience is the key with them. Delivery and prep are super easy and straightforward, and it frees up on all of your time because there's hardly any cooking involved. Smoothies take 30 seconds and soups are ready in 5 minutes. And things like overnight oats and chia parfaits are literally made while you are sleeping. So Daily Harvest produces only organic and unrefined foods for you. And if you don't believe it, you can see it in the cups. You can see things like cacao nibs, chunks of mango, whole raspberries, pumpkin seeds, and coconut meat. So Daily Harvest is truly the fastest, most convenient way to up your fruit and veggie intake without having to put in the work. We've talked about it before. Renee and I are obsessed. So please try it out. And if you do, let us know. So go to daily-harvest.com and enter our promo code regular to get 3 items free in your first box. That is daily-harvest.com and enter our promo code regular to get 3 items free in your first box. I'm going to tell you again because I would like you to get it and enjoy some yummy snacks. That promo code is regular. Thanks, Daily Harvest. Bye.
Well, I try and work out problems. When I work out problems, I try and work them out speaking them out loud, which is like a crazy person. Like if I have a problem.
What's a problem you could talk about right now that's not too deep into your actual psyche?
Okay, so let's just say like you and I are talking and we're writing a show. Because Jason and I write reviews together. We've got one at the Toronto Fringe Festival this year coming up. Woo! Woo-wee! But let's just say we were arguing, and I was like, "Are we okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, we're fine." But I know we're not fine. I would probably, which happens all the time.
That's not. I say fine to everything.
I know you do. So then
I had a fake heart attack, and I was telling the people I was fine.
When I saw that on Instagram. We'll get to that later. I was so mad.
I think we talked about it last time.
And I was like, "You didn't even call me?"
I didn't call anybody because I was like, I'm fine.
I know. So,
it was a false alarm.
It's a false alarm. I almost had emergency surgery. The doctors were ready to cut me open. And turned out I just needed to calm down and I needed some water.
Turns out I just needed a Tums.
I was on a 3-day bender, but I did take a day off. But like if we had a problem, I would be like, okay, so I'm just going to say... Because my whole thing in therapy is like learning how to like not go like insane out the gate. Is to like take in what you've said, find your point of view about it, find out my point of view, and then approach you being like, am I crazy with this? So now trying to do that, I would be like, okay, so Jason, like I'm kind of feeling like this way, and I hope you're not thinking this way, and I would like say that out loud so I can audibly practice a conversation, which is like what an insane person does.
So you've practiced conversations before you've had them?
1,000%. In the shower, for sure. When you're in the shower, you do your best thinking. Oh, that's where I do my best thinking.
I do my best thinking, but I never have the conversation out loud.
I started just like trying to like audibly...
I'm going to have to turn the fan up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta. That's why a shower radio is great.
Oh my God, I almost bought one on like on Amazon the other day.
Amazon. Yeah, get it. I love a shower radio. I got to buy one.
Sorry, I'm taking you way off topic.
You're not. Have you listened to those podcasts ever?
We haven't hit any topics. We said, let's talk about body issues. I don't think we even talked about our bodies.
No, we talked about aging, how we were aging.
That's true.
And listen, it's happening.
That's true.
Like a 23-year-old is like, I don't know about me. I'm like, what?
You're fine.
Ever?
You're fine. If you're 23, I don't know you.
You could swim.
You're fine.
Yeah, you could swim in a pool of vodka for 2 more years and still come out looking the same.
And it's gonna be great, man. Trust me, you're living the best life right now.
I can already see my skin changing. Anyways, we're back.
It doesn't get worse, but you're still like 23. You're having a great time.
Oh yeah, 23. Although you're a disaster. I don't care if anyone's like, I've got it together. No, you're 23. You were a disaster.
I had it together.
No, you didn't. I know that for a fact. Even I was saying yesterday to a friend that I think the best age is. I mean, I'm loving 32. I hated 30 because I was so scared of what that represented. And then I just kind of got over it.
Yeah.
And then 32, like I'm excited for my 30s. I think that'll be a really nice time for me. I'm like aging into all the characters I've ever played. So they're becoming more weighted. But like 27.
That sounds true though. I'm not going to say it.
What?
That's great. Nothing.
Oh God. What?
Well, I was just going to say like, no, because this is going to sound like an insult and it's not to somebody else. Because I love your family.
Yeah.
But like you seem like you amplify your mom sometimes on stage.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like you're just becoming your mom, which everybody does.
I'm not becoming my mother. Absolutely not.
You're going to become your mom.
No.
You and Deb, like this.
No, absolutely not.
Your mom's great.
That's a whole separate podcast. But
and I love your dad. By the way, I love your dad too.
Hey, John. I love how we were talking about shower radios, and now we're like, are we becoming our parents? Give us a show. Jason and I want one. No, I think a shower radio is great because then you can get into the shower and then you can start talking about the issues you're having in your life. And then when those conversations approach, you know what you need to say.
How on script do you get to stay? Because you've done this. So how on script did you get to stay when you're on?
It changes, but I don't lose my cool. So
and
that's...
you get the point out.
Yes. And also I'm prepared for either outcome. So then I can kind of like...
Oh, do you have a couple scripts? You're like, well, if it goes this... So it's choose your own adventure, but you've written the whole book.
Exactly.
If you're 23, you might not know what a choose your own adventure book is.
Yeah, just Google it. You got the internet. But no, but I think it's like preparing yourself for the outcome. But then also I struggle with that because I'm like, does that mean I'm not vulnerable? Because I'm like planning how it could go. But I also think it's helpful for me to plan how I can handle different circumstances as someone who is known to fly off the handle.
That's great.
Yeah.
But it's obviously working.
I mean, I hope so. I don't know. I mean, I still,
Guys, put it in the comments. Is Stacey a better person since you first started listening to this podcast?
Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. No, but I think as someone like you are like scared of conflict, that might be a helpful tool.
I haven't even broached that with my... Because you know why? Because
she knows.
Oh, anybody that knows me for 5 minutes knows I don't want conflict in my life. And
I know you don't.
I will do too many. I will stay with the same hairdresser for 6 years.
Bad haircut.
I
was talking about that to someone when Jason does this awesome show at Comedy Bar called Mantown, and he was there on Friday doing one more before he moved to LA. But so run, don't walk next month. But that'll be a great show. I have to be on it.
Okay,
that goes without saying.
Great.
But
you'll be doing a show across the city.
Oh, it will, because it'll be open. The show will be open, so I'll come after. But I was laughing because I was joking about your haircut. Not that it looks bad, but we were talking about how you had the same hairdresser. It had come up or something.
Sure.
And then and they're like, "What are you talking about? His hair looks great." And I'm like, "Because it probably grew in a whole bunch. He's gonna go ruin it again."
Great. I'm finding out about the burns behind my back.
No, there are burns in front of your face too.
I was too drunk. Mantown is a show where we
drink a bunch,
and then and
listen. I saw you.
It's a 12-year-old show. It's done. Like, and not that it's done. That sounds terrible, but it's like 12 years of drinking once a month, and it used to be a weekly show.
I know.
It's a lot.
Well, I think that was day 3 of my bender.
Well, there you go, man.
You hit me at the precipice. Yeah, we ended it with a bang. That's absolutely, for sure, no question.
Great time.
But to go back, I'm pretty sure everyone knows you don't like conflict, and which is so funny that we're such good friends because I love conflict.
I know. It's been so hard.
No, I love conflict. No, I just, I'm so anxious. I would rather get into a fight but have things be said than have things not be said.
But that's most people that I deal with, at least in my life. Like... Because we've had other people, like in our process with things, it's like, guys, let's talk things out. And I'm like, no, I just like to keep it inside until it explodes.
Yeah. I don't get that. Like, I remember, but I tend to surround myself with people who are not communicative. So I say, what? Like all the time.
Hey, man, they say don't push things down. My body is like it's a hoarder's basement.
Yeah, you're not fat. You're just filled with secrets.
I hang on to everything.
I know you do.
And you know what? That my mom tangibly does. My mom's not a hoarder per se, but like she'll be like, "Hey, remember this from when you were a child?" and pull out like 18 shirts and be like, "I think it's awesome.
That's
it's great."
A mom thing, but you're talking emotional.
Oh, I'm talking about different things, tangible things. Like if you want to talk about
what?
I don't know. Like my therapy has already started to go back to like.
Oh yeah, it'll go back. It goes back to childhood.
It goes back forever, man.
Absolutely. There are things I'm talking about where I'm like, I literally told the story in therapy about how, you know what a passion flaky is, right? A lot of people don't.
Of course I know what a passion
people don't know what
flaky
that
is.
is.
You know, it's Adam Colley's favorite food.
Really? Adam Colley, listener of the pod, I hope. Improviser, comedian. No, I told a story about how when I was younger in grade 1, someone stole like basically my lunch snack, which was like a pastry with like jam and stuff in it. And I refused to let that go. And my teacher was like, Stacey, like we can't. And I was like, absolutely not. And I made everyone dump out their lunch bags.
Did you find it?
I couldn't be proven because she's like, it's a popular snack. And I was like, he's a thief. And I was so upset.
But you have not changed much.
No.
Because that would have happened backstage at Second City when we were
If someone stole my food, I'd be like, who took it?
Yeah, but you'd also make us dump our lockers out and be like, and Alistair would have it, and he'd be like, no, I brought this, and you'd be like, no.
I just didn't like. And the teacher was like, we got to go back to class. I was like, not today, Mrs. McCrae. So we're unloading this, and then we can all carry on. And I don't tell me what I'm doing.
What period did this happen during?
Grade 1, lunchtime.
You have periods in grade 1, right?
I think it was just like lunchtime, and then lunchtime ended, and you had to go back to whatever you do in grade 1. And I was like, absolutely not today.
Oh man, grade 1.
Yeah. And I used to dress up.
Good time.
It just makes a lot of sense. Like I used to like dress up a bunch and like just wanted to seem like I had my life together. Like was just already living the lie in grade 1. Like, I mean, dressed to the nines, like dresses. And I would be upset if my teacher didn't notice the effort I put in. And I'd be like, is she nuts? Is she blind?
I was in full tracksuits getting made fun of. I don't care.
I had a bow in my hair and I was like, somebody stole my lunch.
We were doing like a trivia game or something at one point, and someone was like, Michigan, what's the famous race that happens there or something? And I was like, Watkins Glen. And they're like, how did you know that? And I was like, because it was on a tracksuit I had when I was a child. And that's the only reason why I know. Like my tracksuit helped me out in life.
Oh, that's so funny. I feel like guys have it so easy just out the get-go. I've asked
yeah, maybe.
guys, I'm like, don't you miss just wearing track pants all the time? And they're like, yeah.
Miss it?
No, but like I see, like, you know, we've taught like young kids, and it's just so crazy to see guys' fashions have not changed. Like girls are always done up in outfits. Either their parents have put them together head to toe, or they're putting themselves together. And not to say that like girls can't wear tracksuits. So I just rarely see it as someone who's taught kids. But like guys are just always in sweatpants, and they're like, whatever. Like guys, like girls are out the gate aware of like their appearance. And guys are not.
I don't know. It still feels like there's times when it was like when you're, especially like that whole grade 7 and 8 period where you're like, oh, that dude doesn't have a fill in the brand name here.
Yeah, but we're not talking about 7 or 8. I'm talking about grade 1 to 3.
Buddy, I was just worried about like, can I actually do a flip off of that slide?
Absolutely.
And now you can.
And girls were like, my shoes are dirty.
No, I was just like, if I fell from that height, would it hurt? Let's find out. And I'll tell you what, you can fall from higher than you think, especially when you're that age, because you're just like, who cares, man? Your body's going to...
You're relaxed. That's like when you've been on a bender and you fall down and you're like, not a problem. Then you wake up and you're like, why does my shoulder hurt? Not that that's ever happened to me, but...
See, when we were at Second City, I used to wake up all the time and you wouldn't realize how the night was until you took a shower and you're like, why do I have marker on my chest?
And you're like, oops.
Oh, yeah. I have a smiley face drawn on my... I literally had a smiley face drawn on my testicle one time.
Jason, this is a pod. No, you're not. You're not. Oh, my God. You are not allowed.
I don't know how it happened.
You went all red there. I don't know how it happened.
That's the most vulnerable I'd be. I hope my therapist is listening to this because that was vulnerable.
That was vulnerable. I was not a part of that. Let's be clear about that.
No, you were not a part of that.
No,
I know who was a part of that, and it was just me and Alistair.
I love how, okay, so guys, I should explain that Jason and I are part of a very small community here in Toronto. All these comedians, we're naming names as if it's just our friends listening to this.
That's true.
But
and I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's not a big deal. People love it. I hope.
Do you? Just put in the comments below if you want to hear more about Alistair or Adam.
Just Jason and I's stories throughout the years as a comedian. Everyone's like, who cares? You guys sound so old.
Let me tell you about Tourco.
Everyone's like, what?
Touring company. We toured around and like, oh God, never mind.
Yeah, literally never mind. I love how we started at shower radio and now we're talking about marker gate.
Our last sponsor for today is our lovely friends from Daily Burn. What is Daily Burn? Well, it is a fitness program you can stick with and get results that last. They're the world's leading provider of on-demand video workout programs that you can do at home or anywhere with a connected device. I can tell you from personal experience, even before we started working with Daily Burn here at Regular Girls, I was an avid fan. It's super easy. I put it on the TV. And guess what? I got my butt right. So it's super convenient. Daily Burn is usable anywhere on any connected device. Which really just changed the fitness game for frequent travelers like Renee, who loves an airplane, busy parents, and others who just don't have enough time to make it to the gym. Because who does? Because I'd rather go get a sandwich. So Daily Burn has thousands of classes for every level of athlete, and you guys should try them. The different workouts are cardio, yoga, kickboxing, dance, which I love because I like to move my butt. There's a theme here, and much more. So you can stream a new live workout every day as well. So guys, go to dailyburn.com/regular today and start your free 60-day trial. That's 60 days for free if you go to dailyburn.com/regular. So do it. I know a lot of you have, and they've been tweeting your success at us, and we love it. So keep doing it. And thank you, Daily Burn.
I don't know how. I don't see a huge jump.
No, me neither, really.
Shower radio.
I love them.
Hey guys, do you guys listen to that podcast about the shower radio?
Yeah, it was sick. Like and subscribe. I do. I really hope someone is listening to this podcast while in the shower. Wouldn't that be nice? I feel like that's like the ultimate.
No.
Like I'm going to go have a shower. I'm going to decompress.
No, I want you guys to like meditate and be part of yourself in the shower. This is about listening to other people.
How do you listen to podcasts? I like to like
me.
Yeah.
Walking, any type of transportation.
Love.
Plus going to bed. Like I wear headphones to bed.
That's nice. I've done that.
No, like that's every night. Literally every night. Literally every night.
Really? That's how you go to sleep?
I can't just shut my eyes. Sleeping is so boring. I hate sleep. I hate it so much.
Oh, you remind me of a bunch of people. Scared of missing out?
Scared of missing out, but I'm like, if I can just like have my brain being like, okay, cool, I'm listening to this, then eventually I wake up and go, oh, good, I fell asleep at some point.
Well, sometimes I do. I relate to like FOMO because I have it. That's why you and I hang out all the time, and I have 3-day benders where I'm like, what happened? No, I'm fine. It's not a big deal. Everyone relax. But yeah, there is like a huge thing about like missing out on something. Like you're gonna miss a memory. I think that really scares me.
FOMO's always been like, now that it's kind
some people don't care.
It's kind of named only recently, I guess. But like, there's always been like anybody in their life is like, oh, cool, man. Like, I just want to know, like, what am I missing out on? No, 100%.
Not everyone. I think certain.
So?
No, I think you and I are.
So
quite
are we just genuinely insecure, like crazy? So we're like, we can't miss out on anything.
I mean, is it that an insecurity? Like, what is it? Do you think that you're missing out on? Because like that's the thing I'm sort of like navigating now because, you know, there are people I know who are like, I'm just going to go home and whatever. And
I know.
And I don't get that. How do you just go home?
That just leave the parties and they phantom or whatever. And I was like, where did you go? I'm like, no, I just went home. Why, dude?
Why did you go home? Like, I don't get it.
But I say that and I can't tell you, like, the end, you're like, oh, but you missed more drinking?
Yeah, like, I was talking to Renee in the last podcast and she's like, nothing good happens after 1 a.m. And I'm not a huge, like, 4 a.m.er by any means. But I'm like, yeah, I know nothing good probably happens, but I'm still like, but everyone's having a good time. I don't want it to end.
Yeah, I'm just not the first one to leave, but and I might be the last one to leave.
I've also been the last to leave.
For sure, man.
But what do you think it is? Like, you're just scared that, like...
I don't know.
I think the worst is, like, when you come back from, like, a good hangout or party and then you, like, go home and you're like, oh, what do I do now?
I order a pizza.
Yeah.
But you know what? None of them are open.
No.
The pizza joints have closed.
I know. Then you got to go to bed.
I won't bring up more just friends' names, but we went to a wedding together not too long ago.
Okay.
And this is like, so...
Okay. I know what wedding you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a great wedding. At the base of the CN Tower. It was beautiful. And we partied like crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know that I was literally the very last person to leave that wedding?
Why?
We were all outside on this picnic table that was by the, which makes it sound a little weird, but there was a picnic table out by the road.
Yeah.
And people were just jumping in cabs and things like that, including like the people that were in the wedding party even.
Yeah, we're all
like,
leaving.
Yeah, everyone left. And then I realized, I stood there for a second, I was like, there's nobody else here. I'm all by myself.
Oh no.
And I walked home.
Well, you live close.
Yeah, I live pretty close. Well, close-ish. 20-minute walk.
Yeah, that's wow.
That was a crazy, that was such a boring story that I just told.
No, but it's just the fear of missing out where like the newly married couple is like, are you going to go, bud?
P.S. My wife had already left hours before that to go home.
she comfortably leaves.
She comfortably leaves. And
I
she
wish
knows
I
this
could.
about me, though, too. She's like, cool, I'm out of here because I know you're here till the bitter end. And
I know,
that's
but
just life.
I mean, I got to force myself to leave earlier. You know, you want to leave with people wanting more.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That's where we've really messed up here in our lives.
Yeah, people are like, Stacey and Jason, seen enough of that.
Seen enough. Go home, you guys. And we're like, why? Pizza's closed. I'm here till I fall asleep standing up. No, we're really painting a picture as if we're like weird clingers. We do go home.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. I do have fear. Like if I'm at work and and everyone's like, we're hanging out, I'm probably not going to be like, well, I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
Right? Comment down below if you think we nuts. No, I think people have FOMO, but it's also, I think social media is really added to that because when you check Instagram, you're like, oh, I was there, but I wasn't a part of that.
I was thinking that I just didn't want to like show how old I really am. But like
What?
that social media really screws up, but it's true. It's
I know.
because like you just it's going to be fun like in years from now when they go back and they're like, because there's going to be 100% of the people are going to be in therapy and they're like, well, it's just because like there's so much out there to do and nobody just says screw it, man, I don't need to do all this everyone else is doing.
I mean, I won't lie. I'm sure like I brought up in therapy, like Instagram or like this is happening and I feel this, or like, you know, social media can really have an effect. I think pretending it doesn't is like the main problem.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Probably, but I'm not a professional in anything.
Okay. Then I don't know why you're on this podcast. I don't know why we're pumping you up or why you're moving to LA.
You're true. I'm a professional podcaster.
You're welcome. I was telling Renee a few weeks ago when I was on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
They're obviously listening. So, hey, what's up, guys? No, I was just like, I want my own radio show. This is great. Just give me a mic.
Yeah.
I'll tell people what's up.
Heck yeah.
I'm manifesting it, but we'll see. Maybe you can come aboard, but you're moving to LA, so.
I think you're just hammering that home because you're like, don't go.
I don't want my best friend to leave. Hell no. I'm not going to be gracious about it.
No, that's fine.
I'm not going to be nice about it either.
That's fine. What other topics do we have to cover today?
Well, we're almost done.
Wow.
It flew by, right?
I hope you're all still listening.
They are.
Of course.
They really liked you. A lot of people really enjoyed having you on the pod.
Thanks, guys.
I think we also talked about conspiracy theories, and I would like to end maybe with one just because it is fun, and you said you did look them up.
No, I was going to because I was like, but then I
Oh.
was told, no, you're not going to talk about the exact same thing. Because last time I didn't look them up, and I felt like I didn't really address them because I do love.
You know
the
what we should
idea of
do?
conspiracy
We should
theories.
do a little bonus app.
Sure.
And do some conspiracy theories, and we'll collect them all, and then we'll put them out as extra pods. You and I with some conspiracies.
Yeah, or we'll just start our own
Conspiracy podcast.
called like. I'm not even going to try to name it right now.
I want you to try. No, I don't like it. Yeah, I got some conspiracies I'll send your way because I'm super into them.
Great.
Not to say I believe them, like, you know, but there's some where I'm like, the one I really don't believe is the lizard people. That one I really can't get
Yeah,
behind.
we talked about that last time. I think,
I know.
but it would be fun to like go through like maybe some of the more B reference ones because people they know about, you know, like it won't be like an Area 51 sort of thing. Maybe
People
more.
like that.
They love it, but let's find like the ones that aren't as well known.
Right. Okay.
Although I guess conspiracies are like, well, these are what a lot of people think, but like there's got to be like B reference ones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes when we were doing this on the podcast, researching them, I was like, what am I looking at? I'm always weird to go on the internet and go conspiracy. They freak me out.
You guys want us to talk about conspiracy theorists? Let us know.
Let us know what they do.
And let
People
us,
love conspiracy theories.
great. Let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, leave it in the comments below.
I see. I'm just putting this out there.
Manifest.
I'm manifesting. Me and Stacey, we're gonna do a podcast.
We're gonna do a podcast about just our lives, shower radios, conspiracy theories, and how we're aging. It's gonna be called Watch Our Necks. No, it's a callback. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Well, this is gonna go out this week. So
Oh, wow.
we do have listeners in Toronto. Do you have any shows coming up that they can go check out?
Well, I will push this one because it's going to be my again. I did a show for 12 years with the same people, and it's been a great show. The last one's on 4/20, April 20th.
Whoa.
I know, but so we're going to do that, and so that's what I'll push if people are actually here. It's at the Comedy Bar, which...
What's it called? What's the show called?
It's called Mantown. It was an
Mantown.
improvised frat party. When we started it out, it was supposed to be a satire.
You don't need to justify it. It's called
I
Mantown.
need to justify it.
It's
But
called
it's
Mantown.
great. It's a bunch of... It's normally...
Men and women.
Men and women.
It's just called Mantown because your troupe started and it was the 4 of you guys.
And it was just a joke name that somebody took seriously, and then we ran with it, and now we've been stuck with it for 12 years. But
it's coming to a close because you're leaving. So
it's coming to close for me.
Yeah,
the
I
show
know.
will continue on, but it's coming to a close for me.
But you're a great improviser, and people should catch you whenever they can.
Please do it. We also have, then I'll plug one more. We do the alumni show.
Now, that's a great show, too.
It's very fun.
At the Bad Dog. And
every
now,
Sunday night in Toronto at the Bad
Every
Dog Theater.
Sunday?
Every Sunday. It's a weekly show.
And what time is it at?
8 p.m.
I got to do that show.
And honestly, like, that's also a show that's just filled with people that have been... the joke is we've all put in 10,000 hours, and now we don't know why, but it's true. We've all put in our 10,000 hours, everybody on that show.
It's a great show. You have amazing people. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. at the Bad Dog Theater.
There you go.
You got to go see
2
it.
local shows.
People came. I mean, we had regular girl listeners come to see our
Which
show.
was so nice.
Oh yeah, and again, we've brought it up before. I'll bring it up again. It's just the coolest thing that's ever happened. I remember going to the Staples Center with Renee, and we were going in to record, and everyone was like, "Renee, oh my god, Renee!" And I was like, "Whoa!" And we had like a few listeners come to the show, and I was like, "Whoa!" And but Renee, and then they were like, "That's Renee," and then they were like, "That's Renee Young." Like to me, and I was like, "I'm her friend." We do a podcast together. Yell at me. Yell at me. Just so sad. No. But I was like, that must be a trip.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. That's just fame, I guess. I don't know. Like, do you want it?
Fame?
Yeah.
I'd like the monetary gains that come from fame.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think the more I obviously I want like success, and I would like to be able to comfortably pay my bills and do all the things that I like and build an audience and a community, and those are all great things. But like, do I want to be able to walk down the street with my best pal and forget where a Tim Hortons is? Absolutely.
Today was the best day, guys.
And it's only getting better.
You know what? Just build your friend a treasure map. And just go out for the day. Put an X. Don't let them know what it is, but just go out. And you know what? If you don't end up at that X, you'll end up somewhere else, and you'll just have a good day.
Oh my god, that's literally the best advice that's ever been given on this podcast.
There you go. Just spend time and go out. You know what happened one time?
What?
Before we end this podcast?
Well, we still got time.
One of the funnest things I ever did was on a long weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's called May 24 everywhere, but May 24 here.
You're here in Canada?
We would drive. And then every once in a while when we would come to crossroads, we would flip a coin of which way to go.
That's awesome.
And then we just ended up, I won't lie, by the end, there was some people in the car that weren't as excited about it. So they started to look up where we could go. But until that point, I was very excited to find out where we would end up. And that was the most exciting road trip that I was like, oh, cool, man. We're just going to end up who knows where.
That's a really cool.
Because all that matters is who you're with.
Totally. It absolutely does. And I feel like people really, and I've discounted this too, is like just going for a walk.
Sure, man.
Does that make us old? Like we were talking about.
Yes. Short answer.
Short answer, yes. But I guess we'll end this pod on this kind of topic before we end. But just talking about dating and like the ideal date. And my ideal date is like dinner and a movie, and that'll just probably never change. But also like a new date, I love a walk. Like grab a drink and then go like. You go for a walk and then end up at a random bar and have a drink.
That's how you get to know somebody.
Exactly. It's just walking around. And I feel like I don't want anything elaborate. I don't like elaborate dates. I don't want to be like, get dressed and meet me at 6:00 at King Street and blah. I'd be like, what? There's so much anxiety. I'm like, this is far too much and I don't want all this attention. But a nice subtle walk goes a long way.
I heard an honest story on stage last night from Dale Boyer, also another comedian, but she did the alumni show with us. And she did this thing about first dates.
Yeah.
She said that all of her first dates, she would ask the person to go to the Ontario Science Centre, and all of her first dates were at the Ontario Science Centre. And the reason being is, one, it's like, great, now I'll learn about this person, but it's like it's something she likes to do. So she's like, if the person's like, I don't know about that, then she knows I don't need to go on a date with this person.
See, that's great too. But here's the fear of that is like, again, like we talk about being vulnerable. It's like, I'm still pretending.
Don't pretend you're something you're not.
Every time I've started a relationship, I've always been like, I'm not nuts.
Yeah, but then you got to live up to that for the rest of your life.
I know.
And then they're going to know you're nuts.
I know.
Because you're
nuts.
Effing nuts.
I know. I say that to my therapist. I'm like, am I nuts? So it's like, no, you're absolutely. I'm like, well, you legally can't say I'm nuts. I'll say it for you. I'm nuts. No, but I don't like. I mean, I think the museum is another great one.
You should just be like, let's go look for like blouses from the 80s, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, let's go look up tops I can button up to the very top.
Yeah. Talk about no neck. Like, you cover your neck up all the time. It's like, how high can I do this blouse up?
Absolutely.
And then I'm happy.
Absolutely. Literally, I'm not even going to lie to you.
So you should wear that on a first date for sure. Because
I will. But I think it looks nice. Apparently it doesn't.
You're wrong.
Well, last
I'm just kidding. Your Diane Lane look, as you put it.
Diane Keaton?
Diane Keaton.
Diane Lane. Figure out your
women. See the way I screw? Oh my God. I've learned about myself today. I'm a terrible misogynist.
No, you're not. But I will say, at your show on Friday, I got mucho compliments. That's not even how you say it. I got tons of compliments on my button up.
All right.
And one girl was like, I have that top, but I can't button it up because my boobs are too big. And I was like, cool. And then we just kind of stood and stared at each other for a long time.
I don't want to get into a conversation about your boobs, but weren't you like, I did a commercial and like the lady was like, my boobs are too big.
Well, this is a stranger. She doesn't want me to unpack my life.
But all I'm saying is like, this girl at the comedy bar must have been like, I can't. I'm not to hear.
Yeah, she was like, nice. Like, I wish I could button it up to the top. And I was like, and I said, I'll live that dream for the both of us. Okay, well, Jason, thank you so much. Let's do a conspiracy pod and come back again.
Please.
And everyone follow Jason. Have you figured out your handle yet?
I figured it out last time when I left.
Okay, tell us what it is.
My memory's bad.
Tell me what it is.
I honestly figured it out and then I forget already.
Okay, well, look up Jason Derosse. JasonDerosse. It's not Derossi.
Or it's just J with that exact same last name.
I think it's Jason _Derosse is what I think it is.
There's no underscore, that's for sure.
Then it's Jason Derosse.
That's what it is, guys.
So follow him and follow us and come see us at the Toronto Fringe Festival in June.
Yeah.
June. Got to figure that out.
I prefer my Instagram. I love my Instagram.
You do?
I do.
Are you active?
Not much, but I'm like, I just love it. Like
he loves his Instagram, so follow him on Instagram.
I'm way more visual than I am about like.
I know Twitter and stuff. I know, but follow him on Instagram and catch us on another conspiracy pod.
Yeah.
See you next week. Bye.